The views and opinions expressed on the following program are those of the program host and guests, and do not necessarily represent the views of Western Carolina University or radio station WWCU.
Welcome to the Handles for Days podcast. I'm your host, Braxton Carroll, breaking down some of the internet's best and worst opinions regarding NBA basketball. We've all heard a hot take before. A highly opinionated statement with little to no context or research stated as if it were fact. Love them or hate them, you will encounter those in the sports world. Today I want to share with you some of the more interesting NBA hot takes that I found scouring the internet and look at both perspectives based on the numbers. Coming in at number 1 from @welljack44 on Twitter, the Milwaukee Bucks are the best team in the NBA and it isn't even close. All right. Right off the bat for this one, I want to say it is close, and probably a lot closer than a lot of people think based on records alone. The Bucks are playing great right now, and they're 9-1 without their number 2 option in Chris Middleton, which is impressive. But they also have the best player in the league in Giannis Antetokounmpo, so it's not ridiculous to say that they're the best team just based on that alone. He's averaging 32 points a game, 13 rebounds, 6 assists, a steal, and 1.5 blocks. And he's just always the most dominant guy on the court. And you also got Drew Holiday stepping up big time, playing his role well. And Brook Lopez is playing okay. Hopefully he'll play more minutes in the playoffs this year. I was a little disappointed in him last year, but he's doing fine in the regular season so far. And from there, you kind of have a questionable bench rotation. And I feel like this is their one shortcoming in comparison with teams like the Nuggets, the Celtics, and the Warriors, who all have great depth. So are they really the best? Their record definitely is, but a lot of people are saying they have an easy schedule. So I would say they're definitely the best regular season team, but come playoffs, it might be a different story. And simply because you've got other teams with benches that run deep, as well as the star power to keep up with Giannis. So they're gonna have a run for their money this year. Number 2, we got from Trevor H. Frazier on Instagram. Ja Morant will be a 2023 MVP candidate. So immediately, this one's not ridiculous. I'd say he had a better case last year for MVP than a lot of people gave him credit for. He played good, and this year he's averaging 29 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists, which is up from last season as usual. This guy's stats have been steadily climbing ever since he was a rookie. He's well known for flashy dunks and all that, walking highlight reel. He's got a lot of fans. And he's also got the Grizzlies sitting around the 3rd seed in the West right now. It's still early, but that's pretty good. And if he can keep up the highlights and the numbers, I'd say he has a shot at becoming an MVP candidate. But regardless, he'll definitely be an all-star, maybe first-team All-NBA. But you got guys like Giannis Antetokounmpo, Luka Doncic, Joel Embiid, Jason Tatum, Steph Curry, all in the conversation for MVP. He's going to have to do something to stick out, so I don't see him winning the award this year, maybe next year. Coming in at number 3 from user Overused Reddit Joke on Reddit, he says, Paolo Banchero will be 2023 Rookie of the Year. I 100% agree with this one. There's not a doubt in my mind. If you've watched this guy play, then you know he's something special. He was the number 1 pick last year, and he's showing everybody why right now. He doesn't play like a rookie at all. He's cool, calm, and collected on the court. He just looks like he knows what he's doing. He has this sense of experience when you watch him play. And he's scoring in ways that you wouldn't expect from a 6'10 forward. He moves like a guard, and he has it all. He's got the handles, the footwork you need as a big man, the passing, and the shooting that's also necessary in today's league. And he's also got some intangibles, this poise and decisiveness about him that you usually don't see among NBA rookies. In his debut game, he scored 27 points on 11 for 18 shooting, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists, which you can see the potential in those numbers. And he also became the second teenager ever, just the other night, to put up 30-plus points and 15-plus rebounds in a game, joining none other than LeBron James, who did it in 2003 versus the Memphis Grizzlies. So that puts him in pretty good company as a rookie. You don't have any other guys from last year's draft putting up those numbers yet. Got other top picks, Jaden Ivey, Keegan Murray, Benedict Mathurin. They're doing well, but they're not doing what Banchero's doing. So, yeah, I'd say he absolutely will be Rookie of the Year. And not only that, don't be surprised if he brings the Magic up to a play-in spot. Up next, we got from user Dragon8811 on Reddit. The Brooklyn Nets are a better team without Kyrie Irving. All right, I understand the sentiment here. You know, the Nets are 2-0 in their first 2 games without Kyrie this season, and it's their first back-to-back wins of the season, so it looks good on paper. And yeah, he really stunk it up against the Bulls on November 1st. That was his last game of the season. He was playing amidst anti-Semitic allegations regarding a film that he promoted on social media. And in that game, he had 4 points on 2 for 12 shooting and went 0 for 6 from three-point range. And 2 days later, on November 3rd, the Nets suspended him for a minimum of 5 games without pay regarding more comments to the media regarding the anti-Semitic allegations. And the Nets issued the following statement. We were dismayed that Kyrie refused to unequivocally say that he has no anti-Semitic beliefs. We are of the view that he is currently unfit to be associated with the Brooklyn Nets. And the Nets owner also tweeted about the situation, calling it, quote, hurtful to all of us. Kyrie has since apologized for the incident, but, you know, this is usually his problem. He's got off-the-court situations that interfere and impact his on-court decision-making. So, are the Nets a better team without him? I understand both sides of the argument. But obviously, they got to be worse off without a guy producing 25 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists a night, right? Well, last season, the Nets were 14-15 when Kyrie was on the floor and 30-23 when he wasn't. So, with all that in mind, I'm torn on this one. I'll let you decide. Let me know what you think. Are the Nets better or worse off without Kyrie Irving? That's all the hot takes I've got time for today, but if you want to find more, you really don't need to look far. Just go to the comment section on any major sports account on Twitter or Instagram and witness the nonsense for yourself. Thank you to all the social media users who shared their opinions online, and thank you for listening to the Handles for Days podcast. I'm Braxton Carroll, signing out.